Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pat Carosa channel, brought to you by me, Pat Carosa, and I'm going to be talking about the Buffalo Bills and their off-season acquisitions and departures, and also the draft, which will come in another video. So that's what we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Buffalo Bills free agency, as the Bills had a very active free agency period this year. Before I do that, please like, comment, and subscribe so that you can get good Bills content throughout the year, but also other content as well, as I'm going to branch out as well and do other things. So please, again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be very, very happy. So let's get into it. The Bills had a very eventful offseason this year. How did it end? Of course, the Bills lost against the Kansas City Chiefs in the last 13 seconds of that game. Why did they lose in the last 13 seconds? I know why. It's because the Bills couldn't get to Patrick Mahomes. They couldn't get to Patrick Mahomes. They were close. And that's kind of the tale of the entire season last year. They were always close of getting to the quarterback, and they got to the quarterback sometimes, but they could never finish the deal on a lot of their pressures. Well, what did they do? They went out in free agency and signed 4 or 5 defensive linemen to really enforce that position. The Bills signed Dequan Jones, Tim Settle, and then they brought back Shaq Lawson and Jordan Phillips, all defensive tackles, to go along with Ed Oliver. And that is key. I think having a good defensive tackle core is key to get pressure on the quarterback. And if the Bills can just do that a little bit more consistency, they'll be all right. But that's not the only defensive player that the Bills signed. And to the shock of everyone, they signed Von Miller to a 6-year contract that equals out to a 3 to 4 year contract. And that was a big get for the Bills. They needed that elite pass rusher to end football games, to disrupt football games, and they got in Von Miller. He can still play. Yes, he's not what he was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but he can still play. He can still get after the quarterback. He had sacks in all of their games last year in the playoffs for the Rams, even in the Super Bowl. So he's still present. He will still have the other teams create game plans for him, and that will just open up, great games for guys like AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau, among other people as well. And the secondary will help from that too. They'll get more picks. And the Bills defense, number 1 in the league last season, I think will be even better this season. So the Bills got some very great help on the defensive line of the ball, and they got one of the best pass rushers in the game with Von Miller, and he's going to create a big impact this season. And he's going to come back first game of the year against the Rams. So I'm excited for that game. So the Bills defense looked great. I think they're going to be even better this season, especially with Trey White coming back from injury. So that's the defense. The defense will be fine. They got Leslie Frazier back. They're going to be fine. The offense side of the ball, again, the offense is going to be great. And they added some pieces that will help Josh Allen continue to be one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the game. They got Jameson Crowder from the Jets, and look at yes, the Jets have stunk for the last decade, and they haven't had a lot of great quarterback play. But if you look at his stats, he's done well in games with very, very poor quarterback play. You know, he's played with Sam Darnold. He's played with so many bad quarterbacks, um, that Zach Wilson last year, that that he has still produced. He has still been great, and I think with Josh Allen, he'll be even better. Yes, we lost Cole Beasley. That's a big, big loss, but I think we can make up for it with Jameson Crowder. So he's a big gift for the Bills, and I think he'll provide some sort of impact this year. Some people are like he's going to get cut in training camp. I don't think so. I think he'll have a spot on this roster this year, and he'll have an impact in games. So, that's great. The Bills also signed a guard, Ryan Saffold, and he'll provide starting experience, and he'll start at left guard for the Buffalo Bills. And really, their offensive line is set. And so we have Ryan Bates, Ryan Saffold, Mitch Morse, Deion Dawkins. So, they are set. The offensive line really played great last season down the stretch, and I think they can continue that. And Ryan Bates, you can say he's an addition because the Bills matched the offer from the Chicago Bears, and with that, the offensive line is solidified. So, overall, what do I think of the Bills after their offseason moves? I think they are the best team in the league. They are the favorite to go to the Super Bowl, and I think this is the year we get over the hump, one step at a time. But I think this is the year we get over the hump. I like the additions the Bills have made in free agency, and it continued in the draft. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Until then, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope all of you have a good day, good weekend. Go Bills.